Hello students, today I have to start with the new chapter, that is cell cycle and cell division. So first of all, in this chapter I will be starting with the cell cycle. So let's start with it. Cell cycle and cell division. So we have to start first with the cell cycle. Now cell cycle, it is an orderly series of changes that occurs in a cell by which the cell duplicates its genetic material, it duplicates its genome, and along with that it will duplicate its other contents, and finally it divides and results in the formation of daughter cells. तो सेल साइकिल के अंदर क्या हो रहा है, सीरीज ऑफ चेंजेस हो रहे हैं. इन चेंजेस के अंदर सेल अपना जेनेटिक मटेरियल डुप्लीकेट कर रहा है, अदर मटेरियल्स की फॉर्मेशन हो रही है, और अल्टीमेटली द सेल विल डिवाइड रिजल्टिंग इन द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ द डॉटर सेल. सो ऑल दीज इवेंट्स व्हिच आर अकरिंग इन अ sequential manner, what does it represent? It represents cell cycle. So let's write the definition for this. It is an orderly series of changes that occurs in a cell by which it duplicates its genetic material, genome, as well as there will be synthesis of the other substances, formation of the other material, and divides into daughter cells. सेल ने कितना टाइम लिया है फॉर कंप्लीटिंग इट्स सेल साइकिल? द टाइम रिक्वायर्ड बाय द सेल टू फॉर कंप्लीटिंग वन सेल साइकिल, दिस इज नोन एज generation time. So you're getting this? What is generation time? That is time required by the cell for completing one cell cycle. Now in the case of the human cells के अंदर the generation time is 24 hours, and for the yeast, you know, they are the unicellular organism, unicellular fungi, the generation time is 90 minutes. So we can write these examples. Humans के अंदर, human cell के अंदर generation time is 24 hours, and yeast unicellular organism, यहाँ पर जो generation time है that is 90 minutes. Now in the case of the prokaryotes के अंदर जो cell cycle है वो simpler है. But in the case of the eukaryotic organism, the cell cycle is comparatively complex. Now, for the first time, the details of the cell cycle, it was studied by the two scientists, that is Howard and Pelk. So now we have to see what are the different phases which are present in the cell cycle, and how these phases, they will proceed, they will occur in a sequential manner. So just now I have told you that the details of cell cycle, they were given by the two scientists, that is Howard and Pelk. अब ये जो सेल साइकिल है इसके अंदर ग्रोथ होगी थ्रू आउट दी सेल साइकिल. the growth will occur throughout the cell cycle through increase in cytoplasm. बट जो सेल के अंदर क्रोमोसोम का डुप्लीकेशन है, डीएनए का डुप्लीकेशन है, दैट इज रिस्ट्रिक्टेड ओनली टू अ स्पेसिफिक फेज, restricted only to a specific stage. So you're getting this? Cell growth through increase in the cytoplasm. It will occur throughout the cell cycle, but the DNA duplication, chromosomal duplication, it is restricted to a specific phase. So what is that specific phase that I will be dealing here now? So for that, let's study what are the different phases associated with the cell cycle. A cell cycle consists of broadly it consists of two phases, that is I phase, interphase, and M phase, that is mitotic phase. अब जो इंटरफेज है इसके अंदर सेल डिवीजन नहीं होगी, इट इज अ नॉन डिवाइडिंग फेज. पर जो माइटोटिक फेज है, एम फेज है, इसके अंदर सेल डिवीजन होगी. तो जो इंटरफेज है दैट इज अ नॉन डिवाइडिंग फेज, इसके अंदर सेल डिवीजन नहीं होगी. इस फेज के अंदर सेल डिवीजन नहीं होती है. दैट्स वाई अकॉर्डिंग टू द सेवरल साइंटिस्ट इट वाज अर्लियर नोन एज रेस्टिंग फेज. राइट? सो अर्लियर इट वाज नोन एज रेस्टिंग फेज. इस फेज के अंदर सेल डिवीजन तो नहीं होगी, पर जितना भी मटेरियल सेल डिवीजन के लिए चाहिए, दैट ऑल मटेरियल इज सिंथेसाइज्ड ड्यूरिंग दिस फेज. तो इसका मतलब इस फेज के अंदर सेल अपने आप को प्रिपेयर कर रहा है. इट इज accumulating all the raw materials which is required for the cell division. So during this phase the cell is preparing itself so that it can perform the cell division. That's why this phase is known as preparatory phase. So यहाँ पर सेल प्रिपेयर कर रहा है अपने आप को. That's why you can easily say this phase as preparatory phase. Now during this phase there will be synthesis of DNA. DNA formation होगी. There will be formation of RNA, proteins, enzymes, as well as energy rich molecules. Energy rich molecules, amongst that one is ATP. तो इस फेज के अंदर सिंथेसिस हो रहा है, means intense biosynthetic activity is there in this phase. This phase is metabolically active. इतने सारे compound का synthesis हो रहा है. That's why according to some of the scientists this phase is also known as energy phase. So due to the high metabolic activity, according to the some of the scientists, this interphase, it is also known as energy phase. अब इंटरफेस के अंदर जब सारे रॉ मटेरियल इकट्ठे हो जाएंगे, सिंथेसिस हो जाएगा आरएनए का, डुप्लीकेशन ऑफ जीनोम इज देयर. तो नाउ आफ्टर कलेक्टिंग ऑल द रॉ मटेरियल देन द सेल विल एंटर द एम फेज, जहां पर सेल डिवीजन शो करेगा. So let's write some of the important differences between the I and M phase. So let's start with that. In the I phase, cell prepare itself for the cell division. Prepare for cell division. And in the M phase, cell division occurs. Now, जो I phase है, that is of longer duration. About 95% of the cell cycle duration is covered by the I phase. So you're getting this? This is of longer duration. About 95% of duration of cell cycle it covers. तो अभी यहाँ पर मैंने बताया था that what is the generation time for the human cell, that is 24 hours. और 24 hours में से approximately 95% of the duration the cell is preparing itself for the duration. Now the M phase, that is of shorter duration. About 5% of the duration of cell cycle. So this comes out to be approximately 1 hour. तो इसका मतलब जो सेल है वो 1 आवर के अंदर शो कर रहा है सेल डिवीजन, और बाकी जितना भी टाइम है उस टाइम के अंदर वो एक्यूमुलेट कर रहा है रॉ मटेरियल. इट इज प्रिपेयरिंग इटसेल्फ फॉर दिस सेल डिवीजन. नाउ द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, आई फेज के अंदर सेलुलर कंटेंट्स, सेलुलर स्ट्रक्चर्स, इनकी ग्रोथ होगी, मल्टीप्लिकेशन होगी. जो सेलुलर कंटेंट्स हैं, स्ट्रक्चर्स हैं, इन स्ट्रक्चर्स की ग्रोथ होगी, अमाउंट इंक्रीज होगा, इनकी डुप्लीकेशन होगी. तो ये डुप्लीकेशन किस लिए हो रही है? सो दैट इन द एम फेज नाउ दीज कंटेंट्स दे कैन बी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड इन द डॉटर सेल्स. तो एम फेज के अंदर क्या होगा? नाउ देयर विल बी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, नाउ देयर विल बी डिविजन of cellular contents, of cellular structures in the daughter cells. तो यहां पर मटेरियल बना, डुप्लीकेट हुआ, और इस स्पेस के अंदर वो मटेरियल डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो गया इन द डॉटर सेल्स. नाउ इन द केस ऑफ द आई फेज, हेरिडिटरी मटेरियल, it is present in the form of chromatin fibers. जो hereditary material है, it is in the form of the chromatin fibers. It is very well known to all of you. The chromatin fibers, they are thread-like, elongated coil structures. And in the M phase, now there is formation of rod-shaped structures due to the condensation of the chromatin. So it means now there will be formation of the chromosomes. So M phase के अंदर जो hereditary material है, that is in the form of the rod-shaped structure, that is chromosome. So this was about the important differences between the I phase and M phase. So let's make a diagram to represent the different phases of the cell cycle.